Uh, Chia. So when you dropping, kid, mouse. Yeah. Y'all already know what time it is. See, here in the Midwest, we work hard for everything we gotta do, you know what I'm saying? We don't live by one motto, you heard? Man, if you don't grind it, you don't shine, then what the fuck you signed up for? You don't grind it, you don't shine, then what the fuck you signed up for? You mad at me for? Only thinking everything was bust moves. Yeah, put a couple of niggas on, but they don't even know how to tie their shoes. They say you don't grind it, you don't shine, then what the fuck you signed up for? You don't grind it, you don't shine, then what the fuck you signed up for? What you mad at me for? Only thinking everything was bust moves. Yeah, put a couple of niggas on, but they don't even know how to tie their shoes. Mouse, I ain't trying to be no king, nigga. I just want to see my ends all the way to the end with a couple M's that defines M. About time clock work, give me keep the burn. No sure niggas to the seat to learn. I think it's my turn to get no that time waits, but no space. So I feel the void to get my cheesecake. I got a taste for the good life, and it's about time I eat my heated up dinner plate. And I'm half baked. What the fuck you mean to move a half pound? If you keep it shaking when I'm on the clock, I got no time to waste. I keep a face for it. My mind frame is you don't grind it, you don't shine it. What the fuck you signed up for? Couple bad hoes up in Chicago, tore down shorts up in Ohio, and I'm like no other MC for the Indianapolis. When I'm attacking this beat, put it on repeat for 2013. When you see me know I'm clockworking these beats, and I'm clockworking these streets. What the fuck you know about me? I hustle hard, my G. I said I'm clockworking these beats, and I'm clockworking these streets. What the fuck you know about me? I hustle hard, my G. You don't grind it, you don't shine it. What the fuck you signed up for? You don't grind it, you don't shine it. What the fuck you signed up for? You mad at me for? Only thinking everything was bust moves. Yeah, put a couple of niggas on, but they don't even know how to tie their shoes. They say you don't grind it, you don't shine it. What the fuck you signed up for? You don't grind it, you don't shine it. What the fuck you signed up for? What you mad at me for? Only thinking everything was bust moves. Yeah, put a couple of niggas on, but they don't even know how to tie their shoes. Now I set it up for my city. Now everybody wanna set trends. I come from the Lost and Found section in the Midwest neck town. Now reppin'. I guess I put the pressure on these players. Now they got my juices flowing. Locked in the fender, I'm Bruce Bowen. After that, keep that champagne pouring. I'll be cheapin' like the Minions in Cleveland. I don't miss smoke, but I do up me being a CEO of my business. And while the competition's still fishing, I'ma go clockwork these streets. Talking quarter, half, elbow, boom stack, my cheese. So give me to the beat, yeah, bitch. I don't give handouts, yeah, bitch. I just outwork everybody gonna clock in, even in the street, yeah, bitch. Long as my flow is ridiculous, every 2 days I'm flipping. Shouts out to the haters in Dallas, it ain't no time. When I'm on the grind, know that I'm clockworking these beats, and I'm clockworking these streets. What the fuck you know about me? I hustle hard, my G. I said I'm clockworking these beats, and I'm clockworking these streets. What the fuck you know about me? I hustle hard, my G. You don't grind it, you don't shine it. What the fuck you signed up for? You don't grind it, you don't shine it. What the fuck you signed up for? You mad at me for? Only thinking everything was bust moves. Yeah, put a couple of niggas on, but they don't even know how to tie their shoes. They say you don't grind it, you don't shine it. What the fuck you signed up for? You don't grind it, you don't shine it. What the fuck you signed up for? What you mad at me for? Only thinking everything was bust moves. Yeah, put a couple of niggas on, but they don't even know how to tie their shoes. Mouse, face forward. What's up, 2013? Chia. Clockworking these beats, clockworking these streets. Hey, one with me, this motherfucker. Clockworking these beats. Mouse.
Clockworking these beats, and I'm clockworking these streets. What the fuck you know about me? I hustle hard, my G. I said I'm clockworking these beats, and I'm clockworking these streets. What the fuck you know about me? I hustle hard, my G, my G.
Yo. What's good? What's good, family? What's good? What's good up in this piece right now, man? What is going down? Yo, this is comedian Jay Scott, man. You tune into I'm a Bully Radio right now. A lot going on, a lot going on. You understand? So I'm just gonna try to dive right in. Tonight, your boy got the PowerPoint going. I got some little wine. I'm sipping. Now, what you see at the bottom of the screen, this is episode 3, the aftermath of the so-called riots. All right, so as you see, it's a lot going on out here, and so what I did was um, I created I created my own PowerPoint. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go through this PowerPoint. I got some videos, I got some audio, and so what I want to do is tonight, man, I just want to be able to try to have something for the people to be able to show y'all that all these things that's going on right now, these things are happening on purpose. Okay, probably the most honest thing that's throughout this whole thing right here, I would say, is what the protests is marching, the feeling, the animosity. We still lit with this, man. We still burning with this. You understand? We still lit with it. So let me next check because I'm trying to see if I can see comments. I can see comments like in the YouTube. You know what I'm saying? I'm YouTube. I'm live right now on YouTube. You know what I mean? I'm also live on Facebook right now simultaneously. I appreciate those that's just in here with not tonight. You know what I mean? So what I'm gonna do is, man, I'm just gonna go right in. I got about a little over 20 slides, man. And so, I just want to be able to go in and just give y'all, just kind of what's happening, what I see behind the scenes, what's happening in front of your face. And just let this thing run and let it do what it do. So, for this first thing I'm gonna do is this is what we're getting into. So what you have right here is you have the time wasting and the regrouping of supremacy using the black community. So right here you have Donald Trump, and I'm just gonna let Donald Trump do his thing. Hold on, let me make sure I'm not skipping. And I want you all just to listen, man. This is a meeting that he had that had black leaders there, and I just want you to just to hear just the way that some of these people was talking around Donald Trump. Okay, just listen to this, man, because it's getting pretty bad. And then you see the nigga on the right. That's the Popeye dude, man. I'm gonna play him because this is it's just getting out of control out here, man. So let's see. Hold on. Here we go.
They want to see your leadership, and they also want to see things change for the better in this country. I know you can do it. I know you can do it.
We'll do it.
We'll
We'll
do
do
it.
it, Wayne. Go ahead, please.
We'll do it.
My name is Raynard Jackson. Thank you, Mr. President. Thank you, Daryl, for inviting us to this roundtable here. I'm from St. Louis originally, live here in Virginia. But what I'd like to say to you, Mr. President, is kind of off the beaten path. I'd like to say to all the media assembled here that I wish they would quit lying about what you've done specifically for the Black community.
Look at this dude's face, man. Look at this dude's face, man. Can you see? Can you see? Let me see. I'm at the. You know what I mean? Can you see this dude's face, man? Can you see his face? This dude looks so happy. Hold on. I think I'm out of. There we go.
They want to see your leadership, and they also want to see things change
Let me
for the
speed it up a
better
little bit.
in this country. I know.
The Don Lemon from CNN, Roland Martin, who are putting more poison into the Black community than any drug dealer, who are killing more Black folks than any white person with a sheet over their face. How are they doing it? Spreading these lies about the economy you have, Mr. President, before the virus was a continuation of Obama. That's factually not true. I have a degree in accounting. I keep up with the economy. They're lying. So to all these folks on MSNBC, CNN, Roland Martin, what, you afraid to have real black Republicans who know what the hell they're talking about? If you want to know the truth, if you want us to dissect the Obama economy, let's do it. And I think, Mr. President, your record would win the debate. Thank you.
Thank you very much. You know, it's interesting you say that, but you go down a list of criminal justice reform and all of the things we've done, opportunity zones, the best unemployment rate in the history just before the plague came in. And it's going to be back again soon. I think it's going to be back again a lot sooner than people think. I think last week was a reflection of that, the jobs numbers. But you look at all of the things we've done. We've now worked on prison reform, so important, and so many other things. But when you look at the economics, when you look at how well the black community has been doing under this administration, nobody's done anything like we've done. And a big thing is criminal justice reform. I keep hearing about, oh, criminal justice reform, and everyone's trying to take the credit. And that one, I will say, we will take the full credit because they couldn't have done it without us. And
I'm just gonna pause it right there. And man, I really just want you to see just what the dude's face was that was extra excited to act like he was around Trump. And I mean, you know, Trump will you know, he's not a politician, man. He's a clout chasing celebrity. You understand what I'm saying? So he just kind of knows what to say, man. But outside of that, can't take him serious, man. You just really can't. Now I will give him props that, you know what I mean, Donald Trump did save the country with what they did with the coronavirus, because, you know, that, and I'll get into that, you know what I mean, and probably the next show, but he did do something right with that, you know what I'm saying? So I'll give him that. But outside of that, like, man, these Negroes is acting funny, man. And then look at this, man. Look at this, man. Look at this shit right here, man. Look at this, man. Look at this, man. Look at this, man. Like, I knew who this dude was, but this right here, it's just ridiculous, man. It's just ridiculous. It's ridiculous. I'm not gonna play it all either.
And I say, what's going on, my sexy pieces? Before I get up off into this video, you know I gotta do a bot check. I try to do a bot check at least once a week. Sometimes I'll be forgetting. Hey, y'all don't even remind me. So one time for the one time, and you can do either or. You can hit the video with a thumbs up or hit it with a thumbs down, just so I know you real, baby. Just so I know I can see you real. And then in the comment section below, but like, I am not no bot, son. I don't even get it down like that. I mean, all that. I'm not no bot, son. I don't even get down like that. Exclamation point, exclamation point, exclamation point. Now I'm over here. How about to get dumb, stupid, wild, crazy, crispy, busy up over on these Buffalo Ranch tender pieces. These little tenderoni boo things.
This nigga's excited. This nigga's on YouTube. This nigga got about a million,
Y'all like,
million
damn, why you
followers.
dressed like that, B? What's going on with the Hawaii silky vibe, yo? The Hawaiian silky vibe. Look, man, I had a business meeting today, y'all. And I don't want to spoil nothing, but your boy's about to take it to the next level again. And if you follow me on Instagram, which I hope you are, you already know that I secured my official Dame Drops office space. Everything Dame Drops is going to be happening at District in New Haven on 470 James Street. And when I say I want you to think Silicon Valley, it's a tech park, y'all. Co-op, mad business. Like,
let me get to it.
Hi, welcome to Pop.
Thank you for choosing Popeyes. What can I get for you?
yeah, I'd like to try your Buffalo Ranch tenders.
Would you like the $5 box with the 3-piece tenders and a side on a biscuit, or you want the 5-piece, which is about 6 or some change? That comes with a side on a biscuit.
I'll do the 3-piece combo.
No problem. What kind of side would you like?
Mac and cheese. No, Cajun fries. I just do the Cajun fries.
Okay, so with the Cajun fries, anything else?
And the drink, can I get the lemonade?
No problem. Will that be all?
Yeah, that'll be all.
All right, you can put to the window for me, please.
All right, thanks. YouTube, Facebook, Twitter. She made Dame Drops back in with another super official. For you kids, baby, I know you can't hate. Listen, man. All right, guys, you already know what time it is, baby. Now, Popeyes happens to have their Buffalo Ranch tender game action, and I had to get in on that thing. Finally, I know it's been a minute, but you know, your boy been a little busy. I had to pull out the receipt one time, and basically for these Buffalo tender, son, why they hitting on 10 cents? Whatever. Subtotal comes out to $6.60. You got that 49-cent CT tax in the bill.
Man, just
Hey,
let me
oh,
keep fast forward. Look at this, man.
love that chicken from Popeyes. World famous. Yo, pop the top, drop the top in a convertible Beezy. Now, y'all already know I'm not going to start off without hitting some of these fries, right? I got to get some of these Cajun Amazing fries all in your face piece. You know, Popeye.
Now look when the nigga eat it, man.
Let me smoke one of these things up to the heavens. They got more chew than Bubblicious. I'm used to my fries from Popeyes having a nice little like crisp to them. Why are they so body on the French fries family? The Popeyes biscuit, I had to risk it. I had to risk it all. It got stuck in my throat and everything. I was like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Now look, this nigga doing all this and this is goddamn.
Why you so good, family?
Look, hold on. I gotta get to the chicken, man. I gotta get to the chicken.
Oh, you got a spice so nice. You got that wet sauce on you. And normally, boo-boo, normally, I don't get down heavy with wet sauce, but
this nigga just called the chicken.
When it's wet sauce mixed in with ranch that's tenderly caressing your body the way it's caressing you, boo, it just got me saying, I need more.
That's all I can do with that right now, man. But that's what we got going on out here, man. That's what we got going on out here. All right. So these niggas is this shit try to be serious and buffoonery at the same time, man. Let me let's go to the next. So this right here is a US Today article that up here it says Indianapolis Council unanimously declares racism a public health crisis. Ain't it more of a human rights crisis though? Ain't it more of a human rights crisis? And you know, you see this is going on with Ice Cube, you know what I'm saying? Ice Cube right here, they trying to get him for, you know what I'm saying, he made some anti-Semitic comments. But you know, Ice Cube, they messed with Ice Cube, you know, they not allowed him to really get, you know, he's trying to get a league, you know, he's got the 3-on-3, but you know, he's trying, man, and they messing with him. And then over here on this side over here, it says the history of Juneteenth in Tulsa as Trump faces campaign rally. Now, if you're not up to speed, man, Trump was scheduled to speak at a rally, campaign rally in Tulsa, Oklahoma. If you know about Tulsa, Oklahoma, it's where they had Black Wall Street. What he was getting ready to do was basically a ritualistic thing. You know what I mean? Now he's coming out and he's acting like he didn't know. He's like, I didn't know white supremacy. I don't know what you wait. That's my impression of Trump. I don't know what white supremacy is. I don't know. You know what it is. But you know, he's downplaying it because you know I believe he's got a lot. You know, a lot of people paying attention. And if he did that, it was very disrespectful. Ain't no telling what happened in the streets, man. 'Cause right now, the streets is on fire, man. The streets is lit up, man. This is probably the most silent war. You know what I'm saying? But the streets is on fire. I heard, man. I mean, appreciate anybody, man. Right now, man, hit the like button, drop a comment, share. You know what I'm saying? I can bring you on. You know what I mean? I just have to, you know what I mean, invite you on. But so yeah, and then let me go because I'm trying to go through some of these, man. So this right here says power to the people. Now, if you had been paying attention to any of this, man, when this stuff is going on, like these riots, I believe this might be in Indianapolis right here, and you had this one dude in particular come to find out he was an agent, and he's been all over the place, man. Okay, he's been all over the place, giving out hugs. You know, he's been hugging people and shit, and so this is what's going down, man. It said, you know, and I put this to fall back in the regrouping of supremacy. So you gotta understand right now, things is happening, man. They're trying to put things in place. They're trying to, you know, they're trying to cover up the years and decades of abuse with a band-aid right now. This is what they're trying to do is a band-aid, man. It's a band-aid. But they're giving all types of distractions out here to try to keep you away from trying to get a solution, you know, to the deep wound, you know, and that's what they're not doing. They bringing this on, you know what I'm saying? They continue to bring it on, even after all this stuff with George Floyd, man. They still turning up out here with the police, and I'm gonna show, you know, I'm gonna get into that here in a minute, but it's like they not slowing down, man. They not slowing down. So it has to be a plan. It has to be something that we are putting together. And you know, so let's see. Now see this right here. Let's see if I can get to the next slide. So and then let me take some of these banners off. Hold on, I got what up though? What up though? Oh, let me play this clip right here, man. This is out of Tampa, Florida. Okay, this is out of Tampa, Florida, I believe. And just listen to what this dude like. Now, mind you, this right here. Look at this. Like they got this big buck nigga up here. He got a Cassius Clay shirt on. I mean, but listen to the way this dude was talking, man. And I'm just gonna play some of this. Okay, I'm trying to get through, you know, everything here in a timely fashion. So, you know, let me just play some of this because I want you to hear what people are saying. I want you to hear what people are thinking and trying to, you know, convey out there. You know what I'm saying? Because it's very important, man. It's very important because the narratives are trying to be created out here. You understand what I'm saying? So let me drop this right here. And you gotta excuse everything, man. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of here we go.
First off, thank both of these leaders, Brian Dugans and Jane Pastor, and the rest of the Tampa Police Department and Sheriff's Department that have been out working tirelessly to keep our community safe. I understand the frustrations as a black man standing before you at this podium, living in America at 43 years old, having to explain to my sons again why we're dealing with this type of behavior in 2020 is a travesty in itself. I understand that people are out there hurting and upset and mad. I'm mad as hell. I was so mad to the point where I sat down with Brian Dugans and Chad Chronister and I asked them very specific questions that a lot of people don't have an opportunity to ask law enforcement. And here we are today. We see people out there protesting that are doing it the right way, peacefully. This happened in Minnesota, not in Tampa, Florida. I have invested, and many others have invested their life here to make this community what it is today, from people from all walks of life. And as Mayor Cassius said earlier, we have bigger fish to fry than to sit here and try to figure out who's over here and who's over there, and we're putting these people in danger. So every last one of these folks that have an issue with law enforcement, it's not just how you talk to them and how you treat them. Because guess what? If something happens at your house, if something goes wrong in your neighborhood, who are you going to call? Law enforcement. First responders. So for us, or for me personally, I made it a point to ask them some very open and candid questions. And I promised Brian that I wouldn't cuss. But I'm pissed off too, just like everybody else. But being pissed off and having what's your end goal? This is what I would ask any protester out there. What is your end goal? This happened in Minnesota. All right. How can we take what happened in Minnesota and bring it to Tampa and figure out a way to build relationships with our law enforcement and hold them accountable, but not just our law enforcement agencies, our first responders, our people that are elected officials. How are we going to hold them accountable? Because at the end of the day, every last one of us in here have children, family members, etc., that live in this neighborhood, live in this community. After our talk, I ate down in South Tampa. You would never think that COVID-19 was here. You would never think that there was something going on just 17 miles up the street. COVID-19. That Champs was getting ready to get burned down and streets were getting closed off. And to the reporters that were detained last night, I apologize for that, just along with them. But I do have to say this. There are a lot of other innocent kids that I saw down there that shouldn't have been down there because their parents should have had their ass at home. So when we talk about whether or not we should have a curfew, whether or not we should do this, it's not just about a curfew. You also got to understand, like she said, there are businesses that have been shut down for several months. And now the governor's getting ready to open back up the state. These people need these paychecks. They didn't all get the PPP loan. So now they're trying to figure out a way to try.
All right, that's how I'm gonna play it at. All right, now, mind you, I'm glad, you know what I mean. If you want to, you can tap in on YouTube also. If this is not coming in clear on Facebook, but I just see a comment right here saying that yeah, there's a difference between protesting and rioting. All right, now mind you, you got to understand, you still got people out here that are mad because people turned up and start rioting and start, causing, you know, shit in the streets. You know what I mean? You got people saying that, well, why would you destroy your neighborhood? Why would you destroy your area and this and this? And it's like, man, most of these places that are in your area, they don't even support you. They don't support your family. They don't support your community. They don't give anything tangibly back to you. They don't even give you nothing back to your neighborhood. They take your money and they go to their own neighborhoods and they use their own resources based off of that money that they make off you. So man, they're not listening, man. And a majority of these places got insurance. Okay, you would have had to have insurance, especially in a goddamn pandemic. Like you would have to have insurance. You understand? So they not look, man. These places are not taking losses when they getting they shit ran through. You understand what I'm saying? So look, this next clip I'm about to play is, so what you have right now. You have a lot of the police officers, some of these police officers that are mad. All right, now what I'm about to play is actually a conference they had, and it had like the union members of the police department. I believe this is in New York, definitely on the East Coast. But I want you just to hear the rhetoric, because this is the way that they really be feeling. This is the way they are feeling, man. And you would think that it would be some type of consideration, like, hey, maybe we just need to stop killing black people. Maybe we just need to stop killing unarmed black people. You know what I'm saying? But that ain't it. That ain't it. This is what you had. Now, mind you, on these clips, I find information. I don't care if it's Fox News. I don't care if it's MSNBC. I don't really believe or trust in any of these outlets. But you know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, they do be playing some real stuff when they want to. All right. You just gotta kind of know what you're hearing. So let me run this right quick. Let me run this. Just listen to this shit. This is, it's a little delay when I'm playing it, but you know what I mean. It's all good. You know what I mean. I just need this. It's doing good on time. There we go. Just listen, man. Listen to this right
Bearing
here.
the brunt of threatening rhetoric, violent riots, and endless looting. At least 16 officers shot and hundreds more injured across the country, and they now face calls to defund their departments. But today, the president of the New York State Association of PBAs said enough is enough.
I'm gonna get on that defunded thing.
Good afternoon. My name is Mike O'Meara. I'm the president of the New York State Association of PBAs. And I just want to talk to you, the press, and I want to talk to the police officers. 375 million interactions with the public every year. 375 million interactions.
His mic sound trash.
Overwhelmingly positive responses.
His mic sound trash, man.
Overwhelmingly positive responses. But I read in the papers all week, we all read in the papers, that in the black community, mothers are worried about their children getting home from school without being killed by a cop. What world are we living in? That doesn't happen. It does not happen. I am not Derek Chauvin. They are not him. He killed someone. We didn't. We are restrained. And you know what? I'm saying this to all the cops here. Because you know what? Everybody's trying to shame us. The legislators, the press, everybody's.
And that's how I'm gonna play that, man. So like you can watch the rest of that clip, man. I'm gonna play just because look. I mean, did you see? Look. I mean, look at this. Look at the fire in his eyes, man. Look at that. Look at the way they looking at him. Look at the way they looking at me, man. And all these police officers, man, they keep talking about, well, we weren't so and so, we weren't Siobhan, we weren't the dude that killed George Floyd. Well, that's not us. That's not us. That's not us. No, it is you. Nigga, it is you. It is you. It is you. I mean, damn, it is you. Now let me see. I'm gonna jump through some of this because I want to go into the defunding thing, so you can get an idea on what this what this has. Hold on, let me get to it.
It has happened again. On Friday night, Atlanta police shot a black man in a Wendy's parking lot, a man who had been sleeping in his car and who was unarmed. The excessive and deadly force used by these officers requires many of us to take a deeper look at our policing systems. You may have heard on calls to defund the police, a move that sounds drastic to some. I mean, how do we function in a society that has no police? So I want to take a moment to step back and understand what defunding actually means. Defunding does not mean there will be no police force. It does not mean we abolish the police so that in an emergency we're left with no one to call. It means reallocating funds in order to solve the problems plaguing our policing systems. Our police departments right now respond to incidents ranging from homelessness to mental health welfare checks to rapes and murders and school shootings and everything in between. Police, on average, take 10 hours of mental health, sexual assault, and hate crime training. You heard that right, 10 hours of training. And they are the first responders to most of those calls that might be better received by people with expert training, or at least more than 10 hours of it. Defunding, according to some people, doesn't mean abolishing the police entirely, not getting rid of the good police who work hard to keep us safe. It means we reshape their roles, their training, and our expectations of them. Reallocating resources from police departments to social services also isn't a one-size-fits-all solution. A small suburb may not need what a big city needs, but by reallocating police resources to help find targeted solutions to problems facing different communities means we can reinvest in things like housing, public education, mental health care, addiction treatment, and hospitals. Feeling safe in our communities does not require a highly combative, aggressive, or militarized police force. In Dallas, after a spate of incidents involving deadly force on residents calling for mental health assistance, the city started a program designed to respond with mental health experts. The program has been highly successful. Programs in California dealing with social services in schools rather than police show that not only can these reallocated responsibilities work, but they can work hand in hand with police departments. Police are public servants. Police deserve unions, but not to protect them when they fail in their mission.
Thanks.
We should not be pouring millions of taxpayer dollars into policing systems that are discriminatory to large portions of our population. We should be actively working to better our communities and address the root issues. Reallocating some police funds won't take away from the sense of order and calm in our lives. It will allow us to tackle the very real problems we face and allow all of us to feel safer in our communities.
Hey there, I'm Chris Hayes from MSNBC. Thanks for watching MSNBC on YouTube. If you want to keep up to date with the videos we're putting out, you can click subscribe just below.
All right, so you know what I mean. So let me. So that's okay. That's slide 21. So like I said, I got a few slides just to go through, man. So as they're doing this, you gotta understand, man. They talking about defunding the police, and that's that they. Look, man, they can talk about how they don't have enough training and they need to do more training, man. They get all the training in the world, man. It's just that you have a difference between race soldiers and police officers. You understand? Let's get this understood, man. Police officers are the people that just want to do their job and then go home. And I said this before. That's what police officers are. Race soldiers are different. Race soldiers are targeting you at all times. That's what race soldiers do. Okay, that's what a race soldier is. You know what I mean? A race soldier is someone who is specifically targeting black people and they're playing off your emotions. You understand? These people have studied you. these people have looked into your likes, your dislikes, what you want to do, what you like to do. You understand? So let me give you this some of this shit, okay? Let me give you this right. Let me give you this right. Let me give you this right here, man. You see right here, this is the injustice on black people. This is Breonna Taylor. You know what I mean? This right here, I don't know if you've seen this or not. I don't know if you've seen this, but this right here is this right here was floating around the internet. Here we go. Oh, it's out of place a little bit. Sorry. As long as it do.
No, you gonna shoot our representative.
You stay right
Mind you, this was pulled over.
right
You know
there.
what I'm saying?
You stay right there.
We're clear here.
Just listen to us.
He's scared. Y'all have guns on him. He's black. Do y'all not see how many black people are getting shot? Do y'all not see that? And y'all have guns on him. He's only 21. Of course he's fucking scared. Y'all gonna find any fucking reason to shoot, bro. Y'all gonna find any reason because he's black. Because he's black. Because the color of our fucking skin, we get punished. We get punished. We get fucking punished.
Y'all ain't gonna fucking shoot me. Put your guns down. Put your guns down.
You hear the young brother, please. The young brother, somebody's scared.
I'm scared.
He don't got nothing on him. Stay right there, baby. Stay right there.
They don't even care. They don't care about that. They don't care about the emotional shit. They don't care.
No, there's nobody else in the video.
And it's not no reason for all of them to be pulling up like y'all really finna shoot some shit. I don't like that. I don't like that. He's black. Put your guns up. If y'all put y'all guns up, he'll talk to y'all, bro. Just put your guns up. We're black. They shoot black people. He's not getting the fuck up. He's not getting the fuck up. He's not getting the fuck up, bro. Best friend, you stay right there, baby. You stay right there. We're fucking black. Put the guns up. What are y'all doing?
Oh my God.
He's not getting up. He's not getting up. Look at y'all's race compared to us. Call somebody black out here. Call somebody black out here, bro.
Oh, it gets worse.
Call somebody black out
It
here.
gets worse, man. Look, the nigga grandmama out there. The nigga grandmama out there. The nigga grandmama out there.
Girl, like they finna shoot something. Girl, like I'm fucked up. Yo, push her! Really? No! Bro!
You see that? You see that? Grandmama there, they didn't even care. They pushed her out the way, man. These people do not care about you or your family. They don't care about your emotions. They don't care about none of that, okay? Now, the Breonna Taylor story, man, we didn't already seen. If you ain't up to speed on that, you need to get up to speed on that, all right? They just recently tried to put in a Breonna Taylor law, basically, of not using the no-knock warrant, which is what they used to go in and assassinate this black woman and trying to kill her boyfriend, and he shot back. And they sent him to the crib. They sent him back home because they were at the wrong house. They were at the wrong place. You understand what I'm saying? So, you know, that's what I'm saying. Y'all gotta understand. These people do not care. These people don't care. They don't care how you feel. They don't care where they don't care about none of that. And what they do is, man, they put up these smoke screens. They put up these things that look like it's being progressive. And I'm not gonna show the other brother that just died in Atlanta. I'm not gonna show that, you know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna show that, even though I got that on here, but I'm not gonna show that. You know what I mean? But let's keep it moving. So this right here, this is, look at this. So this just happened yesterday, or maybe yesterday now. The family of Robert L. Fuller, this is him right here, disputed the authorities' initial pronouncement that he died by suicide. The family of Malcolm Harsh, that's him right here, 38, is worried his death is also being ruled suicide. See, they got it as if these people have killed each other, killed themselves. I mean, that they killed themselves. Man, black people don't be hanging themselves by no goddamn trees, man. We don't do that shit. We don't do that. Hey, let me talk to you. Let me talk to y'all, man. They don't do that. Black people, we don't hang ourselves on trees, yo. We don't hang ourselves on trees. We don't. Okay? We don't do that shit. I'm sorry, we don't. I'm sorry, America. Black people do not hang themselves by trees. Okay? We don't do that shit. And then those things happen in California. I thought it was in Florida, but both of them were in California. All right, now this right here is what I want to play. You know what I mean? Now I'm not even gonna play this, but you know, so Michael Jordan gave, you know, some more money to trying to help reform or something. He gave like another 100 mil or some silly shit, and then LeBron and he didn't start a voter registration thing, which is cool, you know what I'm saying. But the voting thing is a fraud, man. You know, do some research on that. The voting thing is garbage, man. The process, even right now, people are going through things with the process of voting, even right now. You know, they're talking about possibly voting, you know, not even going in, mailing in your ballot. All right. So look, this right here, also, so this is what's going on in New York. You know, the governor Andrew Cuomo signed a police reform legislation into law Friday. So they're basically trying to say they're not going to use chokeholds statewide, but it was in New York where, you know what I'm saying? What's his name? Eric Gardner. What's that his name? Gardner? The big dude. He got choked out. That was in New York, wasn't it? Wasn't that on the East Coast? Wasn't that in New York? So it's like, man, do I even believe this right here? I mean, I kind of do, but you know what I'm saying? We're gonna have to wait to see what happens with that. And like I said, man, you gotta understand that white supremacy took a L. They took a loss, man. They took a loss. You understand what I'm saying? This right here, NYPD lieutenant apologized to colleagues for kneeling during protests. This dude had to apologize. He had to apologize. He had to apologize to his fellow officers about kneeling down. About kneeling down. About kneeling down. These people kneeled, and you know what I'm saying? They caught flack for kneeling down. This was the whole thing with Kaepernick. Like, man, people, like, man, they really stress this shit. And I seen somebody, I'm not gonna say, I said this the other day about conspiracy theories winning out here. Man, it's more than just conspiracy theories winning. First of all, you need to go see what the definition of a conspiracy theorist is. This right here is facts, man. This shit is facts, yo. Look at this, man. Look at this. Apologizes to his colleagues for kneeling during the protest, man. I mean, come on, man. White supremacy is taking a loss right now, and they do not like to lose. They don't like to lose, man. They don't. Look. Listen to this right here. Now, here, right now, I'm going to play. This is Bobby Rush. He used to be a Black Panther, and I mean, you know, he's very old school right now. But just look at what's happening here, because in Chicago, these are the officers that were in Chicago that were supposed to be out in the streets. Instead, they was posted up chilling. You know what I'm saying? Don't think that wasn't done on purpose. Don't think it wasn't done on purpose.
All right, let's look at this. This is a clip.
Okay, so this is
Bobby Rush, who's a congressman from Illinois. I don't know what district he is, but he's former Black Panther.
Show, okay?
Obviously,
let me
50 years ago. 50 years ago? Probably, yeah. 40 some odd years ago. And
Bobby Rush, that brother he looks old.
So this story is just I don't even know what to make of this story. Listen to this. This is happening during he's talking about this happening during the looting that was taking place in Chicago.
The numbers, man. I'm just trying to get to the
explain to me. I've really never quite heard a story like this. How did you find out about this? You came to understand your district office had been burglarized?
Well, I got a call from my district director saying that my office had been looted, that had been burglarized, and she said that she had the video. Well, once we looked at the video, then we saw this amazing sight of police officers, and there were up to 13 police officers at one time or another. they were in my office, sleeping, having coffee, on cell phones, putting their feet up on my desk, and one was his head down on one of the desks in my office, fast asleep. And to make things worse, we had the supervisors coming in and out of the office. And to add insult to injury, Chris, when they left the office, after they had rested enough, slept enough, they left a dollar bill on my on the table there in the office, on the conference table. So that added insult to injury. And all in the same time, I mean, looting going on right next door, right around the corner, all up and down the shopping center. And these police officers didn't give a damn.
I'm so confused. Did they break? So is it your understanding they broke into your office to just chillax? And
no.
What happened?
Well, we on the video, I was told that there is a caption, a segment that shows some teenagers breaking one segment of the window. That's the only segment that had been compromised, broken into. All right, but they didn't come in. They didn't do anything.
That's why I'm playing that, man. Bobby Rush, brother. Ooh, man, that nigga sound old. And he a Republican. You know what I'm saying? He used to be a Black Panther, man. He a Republican, man. That should let you know that this the game is rigged, man. Like they try everything they can to keep us at bay. Oh, okay. Okay, so I may have some little technical difficulties when I play the video. So I must let these videos play first before I, you know what I mean? So I mean, yeah, they done broke into the dude. Come on, man. What are they doing out here? I'm telling you, man, they doing this shit on purpose, yo. So let me keep the buck dancing. I'm gonna keep this going. I'm gonna keep the buck dancing going. Look at this right here, man. Look at this. This is Sheriff Clark. If you don't know who Sheriff Clark is, do your research, man. This dude, he used to be like a sheriff in Minnesota. What was he? He was a sheriff like in Milwaukee. I'm not sure if Trump came, scooped him up, put him on a little gig or whatever, but he's been buck dancing for a minute. I'm gonna use my words wisely because they do be monitoring my page, man. So they will check for the words that I use, you know what I'm saying, especially for the algorithm. Hold on, let me see. Just making sure somebody sent me a message talking about 5G's messing up. But here we're gonna run this, man, because I'm getting there. I'm getting there. Let me run this right quick. Let me run this. I forgot. Let me run this. Let me run this. Just look at this.
Accusing me of violence and supporting a narrative that I'm not necessarily in support of. And if that's what you're accusing me of violence, then you can leave. That's not true. I don't support violence of any type against police officers, against anyone. So if you're accusing me of that, then you're welcome to leave. But if you want to have a conversation, I am more than willing to welcome a conversation with you. I don't disagree with you about there is a narrative across the country that could be harming police officers. But we don't know right now, as someone who's in law enforcement, if that was the actual cause of it. Go ahead.
Let me ask you this. Do we know that generally the American law enforcement officers are racist? Do we know this?
Go on.
I asked a question.
Do I know American general law enforcement are racist? I don't think anyone is accusing. If you're insinuating that people are accusing or saying that law enforcement across this country as a whole are racist, then your assumption is wrong.
First of all, this whole anti-police rhetoric is based on a lie. There is no data, and you know this. There is no data. There is no research that proves any of that nonsense. None.
You'd have to be more specific about what data and what nonsense you're talking about.
That law enforcement officers treat black males different than white males in policing in these urban centers.
There is data that's...
There is not data.
No, the president spoke about it. Cedric Alexander, who
The
is a law
president has
enforcement
been
officer,
lying about it. He said it again the other day when he said black males are 2 times more likely to be shot by a law enforcement officer than white males. Don, that is a lie.
No, it's actually
that
10.
is not a lie.
It is a lie.
Yes,
Show me.
the research.
Show
that,
me.
the research
Show
that
it to
we
me then.
have from the Washington Post. That
The Washington
facilitative
Post
study,
debunked
there's
that nonsense.
There's also research.
He also said
Sheriff,
this time.
There's also research.
He
from
continues.
A Harvard professor that also showed that black people are treated more aggressively by police officers.
No, you are
than other
wrong in your interpretation of that Harvard study because I read the study. That's not what he said. He said he was surprised to find
that in shootings of the most severe in shootings that he found no evidence that there was a difference. Also, it should be noted that study was a very small sampling of police.
And that's all I'm playing with that, man. You gotta understand. Yeah, it's you gotta understand. White people, listen to me, man. White people, cause see, niggas like to do the black on black crime. Hey man, what the black on black crime, nigga? Yo, white people kill more cops than any ethnic group in this country. That's that part that Trump was talking about. You understand what I'm saying? Let me give you more of the buck dancing, man. Let me give you more of the buck dancing right here, man. I mean, and this dude right here, he's a pastor out in Cincinnati, man. He's not even too far off on my age bracket, man. But just listen to this nigga right here, man. Listen to this nigga right here, man. I want to give you an idea just because, man, you gotta understand. I'm talking about how black people are feeling and acting right now. You understand what I'm saying? And I'm giving you all, so when you see these things, you understand that these things are not in your best interest, man. For real. Straight up. Just listen.
They were getting a little aggressive. And so my idea was not necessarily just to protect the cops, but it was just to protect the people. And what I can't understand is that this is Cincinnati police. This is not Minneapolis police. And what they're doing is just absolutely horrendous. As a member of city council, this is my first time ever seeing something like this. When this first happened in 2001, I was only 17 years old, right? I can't understand for the life of me what is going on right now in the city of Cincinnati. And I'm going to be here until these folks and other folks are protected. Let me tell you something. There are people down here who are encouraging 14-year-old kids. These babies are 14 years old, man, and they're encouraging them to throw bottles at these cops. And these grown people are encouraging our babies to fight. This is not their fight. And I will give a how mad or angry you are with what is happening with the police. But these 15-year-old kids have nothing to do with this, man. And these cops, black cops, white cops, or whatever like that, they did not do anything. And I'm not here to take one side or the other, but what I'm suggesting to the people of Cincinnati is that what type.
That's how I'm gonna play on that, man. That's how I'm gonna play on that too, man. So just listen to that, man. He was caping for the system, man. Young people are mad. They mad not only because they are not getting the proper guidance, but man, they're mad because they know what's going on. They know that the treatment of how they people are getting treated. They know that something ain't right. And so yeah, they be about the shits. Okay. These youngsters is about the shits. Okay. So let's not get that confused, man. Now, let me see if I got any more of the yeah, oh yeah, nigga. Let's go. Let's go. I got to get to Reverend. I gotta get to Sharpton, man. I gotta do this, man. Just now he's talking about marching. All right, now look at this slide I got right here. Now this right here is someone who put something in Facebook. Since when did having thoughts instantly make you a racist? The moment you start thinking racist shit. The moment you start acknowledging that you are a white supremacist. How are you a white supremacist? By you denying loans, denying jobs, having a code, things that you know what I'm saying. That's how you. That's. So, let me play this right quick, man. This is from the funeral, you know what I'm saying, of the George Floyd, which was I mean, like I said, the situation's sad, man. But this shit was kind of sketchy too. I'm not gonna lie, this shit was kind of sketchy. Man. So let me run this right quick. I'm just gonna play a little bit, man. I'm just gonna play a little bit. This shit right here, man.
This. Martin and I talked about this. I've asked Reverend Bryant to get the faith leaders together. I talked Randy Weingart about the labor leaders. Oh no, we're going to organize in the next couple of months in every region, not only for a march, but for a new process. And it's going to be led by the Floyd family. And it's going to be led by the Garner family. And it's going to be led by those families that have suffered this and knows the pain and knows what it is to be neglected. And it's going to be getting us ready to vote not just for who's going to be in the White House, but the State House and the city councils that allow these policing measures to go unquestioned. We are going to change the time. Let me say this to the family who has shown such great grace and real level and balanced thinking. And that's why I want them to help lead this. And I think one of the greatest thinkers of our time, Dr. Michael Eric Dyson, I've asked come and speak. We need to break down, because y'all don't know what time it is. Y'all are operating like it's yesterday. And the reason y'all late catching up to what these protests means is because you didn't turn your clock forward. Talking about make America great. Great for who and great when? We're going to make America great for everybody for the first time. Never was great for blacks. Never was great for Latinos. Wasn't never great for others. Wasn't great for women. Your own women had to march to get the right to vote. But lastly is the religious side. I was reading and kept thinking about how I was a little embarrassed, because when I heard that George, at this point of suffering this brutal attack, called for his mama, I said to Attorney Crump, I said, well, I appreciate talking to his brothers and them on the phone, but I want to talk to his mother. He said his mother passed. I said his mother passed, but he was calling for his mother. And I thought about it because I was raised by a single mother. And sometimes the only thing between us.
That's all I'm gonna play that, man. Yo, like, just look at the rest of that, man. Because, man, look, man. Sharpton doing all that, right? He doing all that, right? He doing that, right? He's serious, man. He talking about trying to get people to march. You know what I mean? He trying to get people to, and you see how he doing the political thing. You know, he doing the political thing, and don't. That's what I'm saying. Don't get this misconstrued, man. They using this. They using all this for their agenda, man. They using this for their agenda, and they trying they best to use it for their agenda. So, you know, you hear him, he up here talking about what he gonna try to do for the people, and like he sound like a politician. You know, he sound like a politician for real. You know what I'm saying? And I can't rock with Al Sharpton. If you seen my last broadcast, I believe I put it on there. And Al Sharpton is a informant. All right, Al Sharpton is a known informant. Okay, Al Sharpton was paid to rat out some gangsters, like some Italian mobsters. But man, Al Sharpton is a snitch. Okay, I ain't got my slide up here that I want to show, man. But Al Sharpton is not to be trusted at all, man. He's not to be trusted at all. And when anytime you see him appear on your screen, man, you just automatically know that something ain't right. Something ain't right, man. Something ain't right with him. All right. So take that into effect. All right, now let me move on. Let me move on to, because what I need you to understand is that this whole thing with Black Lives Matter, you know what I mean, is, well, first let me say this. All right, so let me get to this. The police are taking losses. Like I said, they taking L's, and let me hold on. Let me get right here. Let me get right here. Hold on a second. My bad. Let me get right here. Let me play for you what they talking about.
The end of police-based reality shows because Cops, one of the longest-running TV shows, has been canceled in the wake of George Floyd's death.
Bad boys, what you gonna do? What you gonna do when they come for you? Watch your back,
Cops became a ratings hit and cultural phenomenon in the late 80s and 90s. E.T. was invited behind the scenes.
Let me see your arm.
Part of the concept of the show is to show that we're human beings also, and that we have problems like everyone else.
Give me your ID. I got plenty of chances to tase you.
Its 33rd season was set to premiere next Monday, but the Paramount Network now tells E.T. that's not happening, and we don't have any current or future plans.
33 seasons? 33 seasons? 33 seasons, man. 33 seasons? Man, they was banking off that show for a very long time. 33 seasons? 33 seasons, man. 33. Ain't that, it sound like some Masonic shit right there. Hold on, let me get to this other one. Let me get to this clip right here. You know, you got police out here resigning, you know.
There's another developing story tonight. The entire Hallandale Beach Police SWAT team has resigned from their assignment. They say the risk of carrying out their duties as SWAT team members in this current political climate is no longer acceptable to them or their families, and that they are in an untenable position.
Part of their resignation letter includes the following. The city administration has shown a clear disdain for our agency and team. The city commission has openly disrespected our officers. Vice Mayor Sabrina Joviana has openly made ignorant and inaccurate statements attacking the lawful actions of the city's officers and SWAT team. Tonight, the department said the police chief will meet with the SWAT team Monday to hear their concerns and collect their equipment. The now former SWAT team members will remain police officers.
You see what I'm saying? This is what I'm talking about. They not playing no games, man. Man, white supremacy took a L, man. White supremacy took a loss. That's why they're doing all this stuff to try to regroup and to try to get things, because now they understand that the power of the people know that, you know what I mean, we'll turn this whole thing up if you keep killing us. You understand? If you keep killing us, it's going to be a problem. Now, look at this right here, man. Look at this. This right here is this guy right here is the guy who designed the Confederate flag. All right. He says, as a people, we are fighting to maintain the heaven-ordained supremacy of the white man over the inferior or colored race. As a national emblem, the Confederate flag, is significant of our higher cause, the cause of a superior race. Okay. Now, right, what you have right here is what happened in Minnesota. This is the mayor right here. This is the mayor. Let me play what happened to the mayor, if you haven't seen it already. I'm gonna play just a little bit.
Listen up, y'all. Jacob Fry, we have a yes or no question for you. Yes or no, will you commit to defunding Minneapolis Police Department? What did I say? We don't want no more police. Is that clear? We don't want people with guns toting around in our community, shooting us down. You have an answer? It is a yes or a no. It is a yes All right, be quiet, y'all. Be quiet, because it's important that we actually hear this. It's important that we hear this, because if y'all don't know, he's up for re-election next year. He's up for re-election next year. And if he says no, guess what the fuck we gonna do next year? Louder, one more time. Loud and clear. Louder. Yeah. I do not support full abolition. All right. Loud. Where's the outside? Get the fuck out of here. Get the fuck out. Go home, Jacob. Go home. 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 Shame! 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 Shame!
Whoa. Talk about escalating that quickly, huh? That escalated real quickly, didn't it? I ain't gonna be on here that much longer, man. I'm trying to go through this right quick. So like I said, everybody's been feeling the heat, man. Even if you old school enough, man. This dude John Wayne, man. John Wayne was a known white supremacist, and they coming for him. They trying to get the airport. They trying to change the airport. There's a John Wayne airport, and they trying to get his name off the airport. Wait a little bit.
Views expressed by a long-dead movie actor in an interview he gave nearly 50 years ago caused his name to be removed from an airport. That question has been raised about the John Wayne Memorial Airport in Santa Ana, Orange County, California, near Disneyland, 35 miles south of Los Angeles. In 1979, the airport was dedicated to the macho American icon who was a local resident and had just died of cancer. Wayne starred in more than 150 films, more than half of them Westerns. Nominated for 3 Oscars, he finally won for 1969's True Grit. But in this woke era that has seen the removal of Confederate statues, new attention is being paid to inflammatory quotes from Wayne's interview published in Playboy magazine, May 1971, like this one. I believe in white supremacy until the blacks are educated to a point of responsibility. That and more led to this proposal in the LA Times. It's time to take John Wayne's name off the Orange County Airport. Its author is LA Times columnist Michael Hiltzig. He's here to explain.
That's how I'm playing that, man. Because see, the rest of that interview, now John Wayne had like 7 kids. And they try to defend this dude. One of them on here, this dude right here, him right here, that's his son. He tries to defend his father throughout this interview. Trying to say that, you know what I mean, this was like in the 70s that he did this interview for Playboy, and he was speaking on black radical groups or black groups that were basically revolting because of what happened to Martin Luther King. And so he tried to almost justify the language, man. You know what I'm saying? But, you know, we ain't having that shit, man. We ain't having that. All right, now, of course, this is the other thing I want to post right quick. I got to do it, man. I got to do it.
Riot police setting cars on fire and blocking roads. Protesters in Atlanta gather close to where Rayshard Brooks died on Friday night. The 27-year-old father of 3 was reported for being asleep in his car at this fast food drive-thru. Officers say Mr. Brooks was drunk. Following a violent struggle with Mr. Brooks, it's alleged the 27-year-old took a police taser and turned on the officers. He was then shot and later died in hospital.
I don't know how to do this because I never knew I was going to have to do this. I watched this on the internet. From the whole George Floyd situation to us coming together like we're doing something. And this whole thing landed on my doorstep with my little cousin.
Following an outcry over the police's use of deadly force, the city's chief of police, Erica Shields, offered her resignation. Atlanta's Mayor Keisha Lance Bottoms accepted, calling the police action unnecessary.
I firmly believe that there is a clear distinction between what you can do and what you should do. I do not believe that this was a justified use of deadly force and have called for the immediate termination of the officer.
All this comes just weeks after 2 students were violently dragged from their car by 6 Atlanta police officers. Charges against the student.
Like I said, man, this whole thing is a melting pot, man. Stuff's on fire, yo. It's on fire, man. You gotta understand, this shit is on fire, man. You know, and you know, like you got these, like, you know, you got these groups out here. Let me show you this. You know, I'm just gonna show you. This is Antifa. This is who they say is a terrorist group. I believe this may be the group also that is in Seattle right now with this autonomous zone thing. I'm not gonna go too far into that, but look that up. Well, let me show you the reason why black people are not doing this shit. Let me give you a prime example on how white people are doing this shit and how black people are not doing this shit. Because I put right here, man, professional or dummies, man. Look at this video, man. Look at this shit. You might have seen this already.
Bruh. Oh shit! Yo, shit! Bro! Oh shit! Oh shit!
Another angle.
Oh, get him down! Get him out! Get him out! Put 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 him out!
Folks, that's dumb shit right there, man. That's dumb shit. Okay, but that's what's going on, man. You know, now, you know, like I said, this is happening. You know, I want to show, you know, look at this right here, man. They now, like I said, they trying to fool us. This is when they had the hearing with George Floyd and the police officer that got shot and killed in Oakland on the floor, like near the Senate building, government, one of their buildings. And this is it. This is just straight. This is what they doing with us, man. Look at this, man. Look at this shit, man. Look at this, man. Come on, man. Look at this. Look at this. This is so disrespectful right here. This is so disrespectful, man. So disrespectful, man. This is so disrespectful, man. They disrespecting us at the same damn time, son. They disrespecting us the same damn time, man. And I just want you to see this is what they putting in front of your face. And this is why this ain't never going in, man. People will talking about when racism is going in. It ain't never going in, man. You have too many people that, you know what I mean, that are living and embodied by this. That's part of the problem. This is a system. It's something that you just can't fix overnight. You know what I'm saying? Look. This is the Christopher Columbus in Virginia. This is a statue that they tore down to him. You know, this is who, oh my bad. This is who they got somebody in I don't know if this is in Virginia too. This might be in another place. And I put their statues. Let me see if I get this banner off here because I want people to see what's going on. Statues in the US and around the world are being beheaded and torn down from the Black Lives Matter. Now let me say this, man. Black Lives Matter. Do not pay attention to these people, man. These people are set up to specifically be there to, you know, cause some type of fake shit. All right, hold on. Let me also show you right here. This is from something else that I caught.
That shit on fire. Look at a white girl trying to burn down the Wendy's. This wasn't us. This wasn't us. Look at this white girl.
You know what I'm saying? This is what's happening, son. This is what's happening. This is what's happening. This is what they doing. This is what they doing, man. This is what they doing. This is what they doing to us out here, man. You know what I mean? They not letting up. All right. Let me get to this right quick. Let me show you this. Because I just want, I don't care how many people watch this live right here. This is educational right here, man. This is something that you may not really know that. All right. So let me get to these. Let me knock these out, man. And finish these out right quick. Because I'm almost done. Appreciate those that's been on with your boy. I'm almost done now.
Minnesota Governor Mark Dayton called for a review of the state's police body camera policies following the fatal shooting of Justine Demond. Police officer Mohammed Noor shot and killed Demond on Saturday night, and both his camera and his partner Matthew Harrity's camera were turned off during the shooting. As with other police shootings around the country, it will be the local prosecutor who chooses whether to bring charges against Officer Noor. That power, or discretion, makes the elections to fill those prosecutor positions extremely important. And that's why one billionaire international donor is putting big money into local races all around the country.
George Soros.
In March, Aramis Ayala, the first black state attorney elected in Florida, said her office would no longer seek the death penalty. 3 months later, Kim Foxx, the state attorney for Cook County, Illinois, announced her support for releasing nonviolent defendants without cash bail. Foxx and Ayala are the latest in a string of progressive prosecutors who all have one thing in common: backing from the liberal billionaire George Soros. Since 2015, Soros has funded 14 reform-focused candidates in local district attorney races, including primaries, across the country. 10 of them are now in office, and one, Larry Krasner, is standing for general election in the fall in Philadelphia, after winning the Democratic primary in May. Soros' contributions flow through state-level PACs that all share the Safety and Justice moniker. They've ranged from $21,000 in Milwaukee to $1.9 million in Arizona's Maricopa County, which Soros spent in a failed effort to defeat the Republican district attorney. All in all, Soros has spent $11.2 million on DA races. So why spend so much money to elect local prosecutors?
There's almost no reform you want that prosecutors couldn't implement today using their own discretion. If you want bail reform, then prosecutors can simply stop asking for bail. If you want to see shorter sentences, then during plea bargaining, prosecutors just offer lesser sentences. They have so much discretion. There's nothing they couldn't really accomplish if they didn't want to.
Prosecutors run for office in 46 states. And historically, the easiest way to win election has been to be tough on crime.
The politics of punishment are incredibly strongly stacked in favor of being punitive.
This is precisely what Soros wants to change. And by targeting relatively low-profile races, in which he's typically the largest donor, he's making sure he gets the most bang for the buck. Pfaff says that if Soros wants to make the most impact, he should focus on prosecutors in rural areas, like Mississippi's Scott Colum, to whom Soros gave almost $1 million.
The high population counties have been decarcerating.
Do you understand the game that's being ran? Do you understand the game that's being ran, man? Do you understand the game that's being ran? That's my question. Do you understand the game that's being ran? Because I mean, come on, man. Let me keep this. I'm just gonna keep it moving, man. I'm gonna keep this going right here. But do you see it, man? And I'm just gonna keep, keep feeding this, man. This is in Indiana right here. Crown Point. Look, and the police is right there.
Thank you.
Thank you. No, nigga, don't thank them. Fuck them, man. You serious? Thank you. And that's in Crown Point, Indiana. You understand what I'm saying? That's in Crown Point, Indiana. And then this right here is talking about how there's a petition that they got out here talking about recognizing the Klan as a domestic terrorist, in which they should. It's deep out here, man. It's deep out here. It's deep out here. Let me make sure I'm it's deep out here, man. I'm going through, you know what I'm saying? It's hella deep, man. They not playing no games. We the one that's playing the game. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I'm saying they trying to use us and they trying to milk this so they can come in with their agenda, man. We just gotta stay strong and we gotta just keep coming with what we need, man. We gotta keep coming with, you know what I mean, some tangibles. We need to come with organization. You know what I'm saying? If you in a city right now, man, get you something going together with other people that's cool and like minds. You understand what I'm saying? So these last few slides right here, so look, this is what I'm saying. So look at what I'm saying. Now, mind you, all this stuff going on right here, and you got somebody. Now, this happened on June. This is reported June 10th. Man arrested after shooting at deputies outside Spalding County home. Look at this, man. If you, and this is what I'm saying. If you have anybody that is missing in your city, females, more than likely, man, white supremacists then came and got them, man. More than likely, and I hate to talk like that. I hate to be like that, but more than likely, that's what's going on. If you see more missing people, if you see more missing women, if you see more missing young people, if you see random things, just random like hanging from trees, man, these people are doing this, you know what I'm saying, and they being silent about it. Look at this right here. This right here. Is this the same person? Is this the same person? This is the person who they saying killed George Floyd. Is that the same person? Riddle me that, man. Riddle me that shit, yo. Riddle me that. Is that the same person, man? Now, mind you, on this same day, matter of fact, this happened today. Today, they dropped this in the Supreme Court. Basically, they allowed those in the LGBTQ community to not get fired for their gender, or you know what I'm saying, being transgender or being gay. All right, cool. Then they also dropped this thing on the immunity of the police officers. Now they basically made it to where police officers don't have to get prosecuted for things they've done. You see the trick bag? You see how they playing this game? They just came out, had a whole thing about what to do, and then the Supreme Court just came out today and just they said, fuck all that, man. We still the Supreme Court. We got to keep this shit in line with you niggas. All right. Let's not mistaken that. Let's not get, you know what I mean? So let me follow up with these two right here. I appreciate anybody that's checking in right now with your boy. Let me go with these last few slides, man. I'm trying to keep this under, you know what I mean, 90 minutes. So let's go. Let me get to this next slide right here. Now, they still keep coming with the racism, all right? Check this out, man. Check this out. Right here is someone who actually I found from my cousin on Facebook. This is someone on Facebook who posted some ignorant shit, all right? And there's been a lot of that going on where you got people are posting ignorant things about black people. Let me get to this right quick.
Tonight, the mayor of Lauderdale County says he's looking into complaints about the sheriff after protesters claimed the sheriff used a racial slur caught on a recording, Merle.
Now, the organizers of a protest sent Fox 13 that recording. Fox 13's Jackie Massey found out those protesters want the sheriff out of his job.
I asked the sheriff 2 times in person if he said the racial slur in the recording, but he told me he'd make a statement on Friday. Meanwhile, the mayor and the district attorney's office tell me they are aware of this.
Right now, we can't say if that is you in the recording or not.
Okay. Sheriff Steve Standers did not confirm or deny if he said a racial slur in a recording shared with Fox 13. Fox 13 isn't sharing the recording because we cannot confirm if that is his voice. Still, protesters are making their voices heard.
When you have to explain to a child, a 5-year-old, that, baby, we have people out here who think that we're
monkeys. They think they call us names that we're not.
I spoke to Lauderdale County Mayor Maurice Gaines, who tells me he's looking into.
But you should be doing that anyway. You should be doing that anyway. You should be doing that anyway. You should be talking to your kids about that anyway. You should be talking to your kids about that anyway. You should be telling your kids that any damn way. Man, that's the problem, man. You got way too many Negroes out here that don't care about none of this until it happens to them. And so now this is coming home to rest, man. That video I played you, now there's another video of him admitting that it was his voice. You understand what I'm saying? So, man, let me just finish this out, man. So I want to bring this back to my home city, man. I want to bring this back to my home city, man. Share this video, man. I want to bring this back to my home city. So what you're getting ready to see right here is this right here. This was my man's right here, man. I had opportunities to meet this dude a few times. You know, he put me on a couple shows. My man Chris Beatty right here. All right. Now I want you to understand, man, that throughout this time that they've been purging out here, they've been going to these cities and they've been trying to kill black people too, man. All right. They've been trying to flip it to make it seem like black people out here rioting, like we out here just causing the pain and the shooting and the killing of officers and all that shit. But at the same time, though, they showing they pulling their card and they killing us, man. They assassinating us. I'm not gonna sit up here and think not for a second that they didn't know who Chris Beatty was, man. Now they try to say the story is that he was trying to help two women that were getting mugged, robbed. Like man, I'm not about to sit here and think that like these riots and all this shit going on, man. You think it was some movie, man, where motherfuckers is pillaging and raping, and man, that ain't the case, man. And I really truly believe that either this dude or these dudes has something to do with it. Allegedly, this dude already got swooped up because he killed somebody downtown, and they saying that Chris Beatty died like hours, like either before or after he killed somebody. He killed this dude right here. This is a grown man. He killed a teenager. All right, ain't nobody going hard for that, man. Yeah, we need to do the black on black thing, but yo, what about this dude right here, man? They assassinated and were trying to kill black people in Indiana. Man, you gotta understand, Indiana has some of the biggest militias in the Midwest. The Midwest is full of militias. And you got these dudes out here that claim to be this and claim to be hard, but y'all weren't out here looking for him. Let me play this, man. Play this shit. Yeah, it's out.
Well, tonight a man is accused of murder after a deadly shooting in downtown Indy over the weekend.
Yeah, new court documents show the suspect admitted to shooting 18-year-old Dorian Morell early Sunday morning.
Fox 59's Jesse Wells has more on that man's reasoning for opening fire and how the victim's family is remembering their loved one.
During a chaotic few hours early Sunday morning, IMPD officers were called to the intersection of Pennsylvania and Market.
That's a lie.
And found 18-year-old Dorian Morell shot one time.
Facts.
Morell died after being rushed to the hospital, devastating his younger brother.
And we're going through a lot because, for me, he was like the glue that held us together.
Armand describes his older brother as a loyal friend who just graduated high school and had his whole life ahead of him.
He had a big heart. He cared about everybody. And if he said he had you, then he had you for real.
Armand says his family is relieved to know that 29-year-old Tyler Newby is behind bars accused of the killing. According to court records, Newby claimed he was pushed to the ground and saw Morell standing over him, so he shot Morell one time. Newby then turned himself into police and explained what happened. Witnesses told police Morell did not have a weapon on him when he was killed. In a separate shooting just a few hours earlier in downtown, well-known former IU football player and local entrepreneur Chris Beatty was also shot and killed, although the two killings don't appear to be connected in any way. Newby is due in court later this week. So far, no one has been arrested for the murder of Chris Beatty in downtown in a separate shooting over the weekend. Anyone with information on that case is still asked to contact Crime Stoppers.
And they got
Jesse
a
Wells, Fox
reward.
59
They
News.
got a reward for that too, like $100,000 reward. You understand? And I really truly believe that this dude was 29 years old, man. This dude killed a teenager. You mean to tell me that he didn't belong to these motherfuckers right here? And look at these dudes right here, man. I'm gonna keep posting these, man. I'm gonna keep posting this, man. Look at these dudes right here, man. You mean to tell me that y'all niggas can't go find these niggas right here? You hard niggas can't go find these niggas right here. You hard niggas couldn't go and do something when this dude right here was committing purge killings on people. You think that 18-year-old's the only dude that he try to shoot? Man, they just got done having a Ahmaud Arbery down there in Georgia trying to create a scenario. You think they didn't create a scenario with this? Like, miss me with this shit, man. Miss me with this. And you got these niggas out. You got these dudes right here, man, that was out there. You got these dudes that was out there that night. And this right here, like I said, look at what I'm gonna keep putting these dudes in my post. Look at this, man. This is a white supremacy signal right here, man. For all we know, any of these people could have been rolling with this dude right here. This dude is like almost 30 years old. This dude's a grown ass man. This dude's almost a grown ass man. So, man, it's like, man, I hope that I gave you a picture painted tonight, man, just to be able to show you that they are coming with a lot of distractions. They coming with a lot of things that are trying to keep you at bay. But just understand that, you know what I mean, this is done for a reason. They getting ready to try to put things in somewhat in place for a reason, to try to keep niggas in their place. So what I'm gonna drop right now, this is the last thing, and I'm gonna go into this another I can do a whole show on this right here, and that's what I'm going to do, definitely. But let me put this right here, man. Let me put this right here. So what you see in front of you right here is a solution. It's a solution. These right here, if you start seeing these in the streets right here, just know it manifests, you know what I mean, from a group of people that is trying to be on code. These are the codes. These are codes that this is a youth code. This is the 10 Black Code Commandments. I'm gonna have a whole show about this. Okay. I just want to say, man, at the end of my shows, I like to try to do and talk about solutions. All right. So this is for the playback. This is for when people go back and listen to it. You know, this is what I did, man. I went through these slides. I went through all these slides and these clips to try to show you that they coming with the okie doke. They coming with the thing to try to trick us, man. And they trying to stroke our egos and pat us on the back, and they trying, man. They trying real heavy. You understand? So I believe that, you know what I mean, that we are still targets out here. We're still targets out here. And we're still people that we have to be cautious, and we have to have a plan. And I believe that these right here, these are our start. This is a start for not only my home city, but just anybody that's still trying to get their city together, man. Look at this, man. These are codes. I'm gonna go through each one of these codes on my next program. These are the codes. This is part of the problem. We have to stay on code. We are not staying on code. We have to have a code, and we have to stay by these codes. And if there's codes that we want to keep adding on and making up or rearrange and redo, then that's what we need to do. If we need to put codes out there on what we need to be doing legally, you know what I'm saying, as far as legal representation, things that will get us more tangible benefits. You know, we need to start having I saw, and I'm gonna go into it. I saw a clip that's out here in San Antonio that could help with anybody, man. That could help with any city that's trying to do anything with the police. You understand what I'm saying? So look at this. Look at what I'm putting, man. These are codes. These are codes. These are codes. These are things that we should be going by these codes. We should be going by these codes. You understand what I'm saying? We should be going by these codes. So please, man, please, for the people that are listening, man, you know, if you get a chance, play this back, man. Share this again. Get people to look at what I put on there. If you, like I said, if you see these out in your neighborhood, you know what I mean? It is a for real thing. These are for real things that are on these codes, and these are things that should already been happening. I mean, these are things that already should have been kind of put in place and put out there for the people. So, man, you may see me get on here and you may see me do a bunch of talking and ranting, but man, don't think for a second that I'm not behind the scenes trying to make this shit work, man. I'm behind the scenes trying to make this shit work. I'm behind the scenes trying to make this happen for my people, man. You understand what I'm saying? Make this happen for my people. So, you know what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna end tonight. I'm gonna end tonight on some more of the home team right here. You know, I want to get this out here because this right here, this go hard. You know what I mean? And I promise my home team I'll show them some love. You know what I mean? So that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna play this. It's for the home team right here. You know what I mean? So I want to play this video. You know, I've been on here, got it done. This is what I planned on doing tonight, sticking under a certain amount of time, and your boy did it. And so I'm gonna go ahead and ride out for the home team right here. I'm gonna slide out, and you know what I'm saying. I appreciate those that checked out the podcast tonight. This is episode 3. Let me put the banner. Let me put that back up. You know what I mean? This is for the home team, and we're gonna do it like that. So let me get it right.
Fourth quarter pressure, my foot on the cat. You started in first, you ended in last. You dash. Fourth quarter pressure, put my foot on the gas. I just pulled out live with 400 on the dash. Gotta live it up like every day is my last. I'm outside today, I might run 40 up on the ass. Came up in a major way. We gon' get into it each and every day. Any means, by any means, possible. Salary blue and the green. Money come home with the team. Trenches made us some kings. 100-something plays on my scheduler. We were popping seals on the regular. Trying to get rid of the pain. For my nigga locked down, do 100 and I'm chained. I don't give a damn. I know how to scam, and I can move 100 pounds. Nigga move around. Be detrimental nigga to a whole nigga legacy. You a solid nigga, can't let you get next beat. Just like Nitty got killed in front of the stove. He was a solid nigga, but his partner was a hoe. You gotta watch some jackets when you stack it from the flow. Fucking with us, you might fucking get your head, but niggas say tough, but your ass ain't tough. Niggas say rough, but that shit ain't enough. Fucking with Marv, I know I ain't gon' starve. Hit me a text, yeah, I'm on the way. Eastside tone, nigga, that's the play. Charge up the V's by 200K. Run up by 200 plays. Fourth quarter pressure, my foot on the gas. You started in first, you ended in last. You not a solid nigga, you gon' crash. I turn up on clowns and mash on the gas. Fourth quarter pressure, put my foot on the gas. I just pulled out live with 400 on the dash. Gotta live it up like every day is my last. I'm outside today, I might run 40 up on the ass. Came up in a major way. We gon' get into it each and every day. Any means, by any means, possible. Salary blue and the green. Money come home with the team. Trenches made us some kings. 100-something plays on my scheduler. We were popping seals on the regular. Trying to get rid of the pain. For my nigga locked down, do 100 and I'm chained.
Game on the line and it's all on me. I got some packs coming in and we all gon' eat. Be the fuck nigga ass, leave it right in the street. Got some real niggas with me and they rhyme for me. Nigga was mad cause he chose me. I spit the game so cold that she froze G. The niggas hanging with rookies, I'm with some pros G. They can't hold me on the block like Kobe. Hey, fourth quarter pressure, I keep me some pressure. They shopping with me cause my prices are better. I'm riding with Uber, these bitches, they swear. These niggas, they hate, but I bet they won't test me. She think I'm a trick, I ain't paying for that. You thinking you gangsta, you laying with rad. Respect, I go sit in the can for that. Real racks, I might go take a chance for that. Eat that. Uber say it's crunch time, I'm the trick play. I'm in the D making plays on the interstate. Waking up to the feds, kicking in the dough. Got from choppers and Glocks, but we didn't fold. Niggas say he kept it solid, but he really told. Hard body niggas round me, niggas never fold. Every year with me, you know we with the shits. I'm coming out the bitch, nigga, cause you know that.
Fourth quarter pressure, put my foot on the gas. I just pulled out live with 400 on the dash. Gotta live it up like every day is my last. I'm outside today, I might run 40 up on the ass. Came up in a major way. We gon' get into it each and every day. Any means, by any means, that's more. Salary blue and the green. Money come home with the team. Trench made us some kings. 100-something plays on my scheduler. We been popping seals on the regular. Trying to get rid of the pain. For my nigga locked down, do 100 of them chains.
You know what? I like that so much, man. I'm gonna run that shit back, and that's how I'm gonna end this show tonight, man. I'm gonna run that back, run that all the way back. That's how they be doing it in the studio. Run that shit back, run that shit all the way back.
Fourth quarter pressure, my foot on the gas. You started in first, you ended in last. You dash. Fourth quarter pressure, put my foot on the gas. I just pulled out live with 400 on the dash. Gotta live it up like every day is my last. I'm outside today, I might run 40 up on the ass. Came up in a major way. We gon' get into it each and every day. Any means, by any means, that's more. Salary blue and the green. Money come home with the team. Trenches made us some kings. 100-something plays on my scheduler. We been popping seals on the regular. Trying to get rid of the pain. For my nigga locked down, do 100 of them chains. I don't give a damn. I know how to scam, and I can move 100 pounds. Nigga move around. Be detrimental nigga to a whole nigga legacy. You a solid nigga, can't let you get next to me. Just like Nitty got killed in front of the stove. He was a solid nigga, but his partner was a hoe. You gotta watch some jackets when you stack it from the floor. Fucking with us, you might fucking get your hair, but niggas say tough, but your ass ain't tough. Niggas say rough, but that shit ain't enough. Fucking with Marv, I know I ain't gon' starve. Hit me a text, say I'm on the way. Eastside tone, nigga, that's the play. Charge up the Visa by 200K. Run up by 200 plays. Fourth quarter pressure, my foot on the gas. You started in first, you ended in last. You not a solid nigga, you gon' crash. I turn up on clowns and mash on the gas. Fourth quarter pressure, put my foot on the gas. I just pulled out live with 400 on the dash. Gotta live it up like every day is my last. I'm outside today, I might run 40 up on the ass. Came up in a major way. We gon' get into it each and every day. Any means, by any means, that's more. Salary blue and the green. Money come home with the team. Trenches made us some kings. 100-something plays on my scheduler. We been popping seals on the regular. Trying to get rid of the pain. For my nigga locked down, do 100 of them chains.
Game on the line and it's all on me. I got some packs coming in and we all gon' eat. Be the fuck nigga ass leaving right in the street. Got some real niggas with me and they rhyme for me. Nigga was mad cause he chose me. I spit the game so cold that she froze G. The niggas hanging with rookies up with some pros G. They can't hold me on the block like Kobe. Hey, fourth quarter pressure, I keep me some pressure. They shopping with me cause my prices are better. I'm riding with Uber, these bitches, they swear. These niggas, they hate, but I bet they won't test me. She think I'm a trick, I ain't paying for that. You thinking you gangsta, you laying with rad. Respect, I go sit in the can for that. Real racks, I might go take a chance for that. Eat that. Uber say it's crunch time, I'm the trick play. I'm in the D making plays on the interstate. Waking up to the feds, kicking in the dough. Got from choppers and Glocks, but we didn't fold. Niggas say he kept it solid, but he really told. Hard body niggas round me, niggas never fold. Every year with me, you know we with the shits. I'm coming out the bitch, nigga, cause you know that.
Fourth quarter pressure, put my foot on the gas. I just pulled out live with 400 on the dash. Gotta live it up like every day is my last. I'm outside today, I might run 40 up on the ass. Came up in a major way. We gon' get into it each and every day. Any means, by any means, that's more. Salary blue and the green. Money come home with the team. Trenches made us some kings. 100-something plays on my scheduler. We been popping seals on the regular. Trying to get rid of the pain. For my nigga locked down, do 100 of them chains.
everybody tuned in, man. Appreciate everybody that was on tonight, man. Appreciate everybody that checked your boy out tonight, man. Like I said, man.
Push my foot on the.
I'm a Bully Radio. To the next show. I'm out, man. I'm a Bully Radio, man. Share this shit, like this shit, drop comments, man. Let's have a conversation, man. I'm out, man. Y'all have a good night, man. Peace.